the youth right now, we're saying, okay, we have access to so many platforms. We have access. I mean, everything's as easy as just picking up your phone and putting it out there. I mean, just again, I want to have more open conversation just to think about how you guys think technology and the ease of us being able to communicate, how is that sort of benefiting sport, but also how is that being able to help each one of us consume sport also. So again, no particular order in this one. I'm just gonna leave it to you guys to jump in.
I think, like, just as you mentioned, just continue to talk about the GSV in Paris. Just as you mentioned, I actually in the beginning, I was thinking the same. I was like, this is not gonna go. Like, we're 50 young sports makers having our opinions, putting in a chat, and someone's gonna summarize it all in like 5-10 minutes. Impossible. But it works so fine. Like, all the opinions were included. So I think the use of technology for sport is a huge benefit for making things done quicker. We don't need to book meetings to go to places to talk with people. And that's one thing I see the difference between my first project I started in 2016 and the second project I'm having now. Because I've never been like, I am active on social media. I'm very active, but I haven't always been a fan of this kind of technologies. I'm always like meeting in person instead. But it was so hard in the beginning because it takes time to go to the place and they don't want you, they don't have time. But when you have this technology, you can just put everything in an email, in a call, in a text message. And I think it goes so much faster to make a change. You can plan it faster, you can do the logistics faster. So I think it's a huge benefit, not only for sport, but all kind of actions. And I think it's also something that makes us see that everything, you don't need to be in a specific place to do the sport or the thing you want to do. You can do it everywhere. And you can see it now during the Corona pandemic on digital sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, like you said, anybody, I truly believe if one has a voice, they can definitely utilize that to create a platform and share that. Now, technology is at our doorstep, and why should one shy away from sharing their thoughts in order to empower the community? That's how we're all connecting right now. So I truly believe in the power of technology, one, for good, and two, just the value of digital is obviously not only now we've realized that during the COVID pandemic, but in general, the value of digital has just been going up, and maybe it's not going to substitute the live experience, but it's definitely going to complement it even more than before. So maybe the example of that kid, constantly being on Snapchat, I think that's what venues need to think about. Just how do they incorporate technology even more inside live experiences in order to attract the next crop or the next generation of sports fans. So that's my take on it.
Yep. Well, when I think about informational communication technology, I first think that the world became some very big global village. So information from one part of the world is very fast, travel very fast from one part to the other part of the world. So it's the same with the sport. Maybe I don't have opportunity in Serbia to watch some games, to know about some sport. Like cricket, it's not very popular in Serbia, but if I want to watch, I can find a way to watch it because of the technology. So I think we need to use technology to make sports better, to use what we can use from it, so that we can change something, so that we can give opportunity to everyone in the world to learn something, to learn something new, to experience something new. Yes, I think it cannot be a supplement for live experience, but it can help. It can help in this situation, like it's a Corona pandemic, to use something like that.
No, you're completely right. I think at the end of the day, what's happening now is brands and organizations, and I think Ananya, you also mentioned that where, I mean, if the youth are on specific platforms, it's important for businesses, events, sports, teams, venues, all of them to not expect the fan to come to them, but they'll have to go to the fan. Wherever the fan is,